6:04, we'll call the meeting to order. And we don't have, we don't have meeting minutes or anything to approve from last meeting yet.
We didn't bring them just because we figured you couldn't sign them. But at least for this one here, we figured as long as the board was comfortable, we could stamp it just because Joanna does need this. I think the property's going to be sold off next week.
Okay. Yeah, so for the meeting minutes from last time, you could send them out to us to review and then and just we can get our comments in before the next meeting, so.
Makes sense.
And yeah, I mean, I can stop by tomorrow and sign if, I don't know if who else is around.
Okay.
But just let us know, so.
All right. Sounds good.
I probably can't be in until the afternoon, so
Okay.
if it's something that needs to go out, I don't know if Bob and Bill are around. So.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't have the agenda in front of me, but what's the first? It's only one item, correct?
Yes, there's only one item. Actually, Curtis is going to discuss it. And Bill, do you think you'll be able to get by tomorrow?
Yep.
To sign?
Yeah. Yep.
Great. Okay, so we'll have two signatures. And Bob, obviously, I assume you'll be working.
Yeah, I mean, I could get there later tonight or something, but if it's tomorrow, it would have to be tomorrow night.
Got it.
All right, Curtis, the floor is yours.
Okay, so simply, Joanna is looking to foreclose on 400 Adams Street. So there was an issue earlier during the year in which when we were entering the deeds, so what happened was 400 Adams Street, they sold a small portion of their land to 390 Adams Street. And the owner of 390 Adams Street is Stephen Davis. So, and it was just an accident when Barbara was updating the deeds that she accidentally changed the ownership of 400 Adams Street. So what happened was 400 Adams Street, they were not receiving their real estate tax bill. This happened for, I believe the exchange of land happened in 2023. So they weren't receiving a real estate tax bill. So, but however, I mean, regardless of the fact is, even though they wasn't receiving it, Mass Gen law states they still are reliable to pay the real estate tax bill due. So 400 Adams Street, they have an outstanding balance for fiscal year 2023, 2024, and 2025. So for 2023, they have not paid quarter four. For 2024 and 2025, they haven't paid anything. And also they have outstanding water and sewer liens. So Joanna is looking to, they either have to pay it or obviously the property is going to be foreclosed on. So we have to reissue bills to 400 Adams Street. So pretty much what I simply did is the reason we have to issue a bill, to my understanding, is that when the original bills were sent out, they were sent out in the incorrect name. So once I fixed it within our camera software and put back the correct owner, which is our Frankie and Peter LLC, now we're going to reissue the real estate tax bill due so that Joanna could make an effort to collect on the outstanding balance. So I simply put together a simple worksheet. Let me see if I can share it for everyone. I did email it to everyone. Let's see.
So, yeah, you got it.
Okay. And this right here just simply breaks down the outstanding balance due. Up top shows the original amount that was the original tax bill that was sent out based off the quarter. And it just shows for 400 Adams Street that they have not paid quarter four. And this is the amount due, which includes interest as well as the CPA. And then Joanna, she needs something on file just showing that the board looked at it and approved. So if you guys permission, we could just stamp showing that we're going to reissue the outstanding balances for each fiscal year for 400 Adams Street. So,
And so
and
when
this is,
they
yeah.
sold the property, what did they sell? You said they sold a portion of the property, Curtis. What did they sell?
Right. So what happened was, so 390 Adams Street, they have a garage, and interestingly enough, their garage, the 390 Adams Street, was infringing on 400. So what happened was the portion of the garage that was on 400, that little small square footage, 400 Adams Street sold that to 390 Adams Street. And when that happened in 2023, when we was updating the deeds, Barbara accidentally updated the ownership. Well, all we had to do was just change the square footage of both 400 and 390. What happened was the ownership of 400 was changed, and they didn't receive real estate tax bills for 2024. They didn't receive real estate tax bills. So what happened was we had to go back in our camera software, correct the ownership and mailing address, and then Joanna's going to resubmit the billing for the outstanding balance that's due, so she can make an effort to collect.
So what is the
Has she been in touch has she been in touch with them to make sure they know they have outstanding tax bills?
Yes, to my knowledge, yes.
Because I mean, if this was our mistake or the assessor's mistake, we don't want somebody to, just because I understand, just because they didn't get their bill, they still need to pay, but.
Right. But right, correct, right. Joanna did say she made an effort. I mean, she actually spoke with them about the outstanding balance that's due. But I believe we just need in
Kind of a formal thing, right? That formally
just to
we have
show
to
that
send the bill.
There's a bill that was in the current owner's name, the actual owner's name.
So are they going to pay interest and any kind of fines for not paying them? That's usually built into something like that?
Yes, correct.
I think it's 16% interest.
But this was our mistake.
The name was, but even if your name wasn't on your tax bill, it's still by law. Like, for instance, anybody that buys a property, they don't really get a tax bill in their name for about a year. So it's still under law. You have to go find the tax bill and pay it, as opposed to not having to pay it just, due to a clerical error.
Are these people aware of the amount of money that they owe, including all those fees, interest?
This actually started, Curtis, was it last December?
Yes.
But they held off on this one partially because of the ownership information, but also I think with the the lot change and all that as well. They were foreclosing on some other properties, but they held off on this one, and Joanna went back and forth with them a couple times.
Okay, so which property are they foreclosing on? These people or the other Steve and was it Mackie or Jackie?
So 400 Adams Street, 390 Adams Street's all set.
Okay.
What the error was is because usually Barbara gets a batch of deeds from the registry, and there was a document that was filed with the registry of deeds showing that 400 Adams Street sold a small portion of their land to 390 Adams Street. So what happened was it was an error in which 400 Adams Street, the ownership was updated, and we didn't need to update the ownership.
Yeah, I get that, but who's being foreclosed? What address is being foreclosed?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, 400 Adams Street.
400, and who owns that?
That is owned by Frankie and Peters LLC.
Okay, all right.
Unfortunately, the gentleman that purchased the extra bit of land also got his name in the paper for owning 400 Adams. and not paying his taxes. So there was a little error there as well.
Oh, it's not on, oh.
Okay. So the action you're looking for us then is,
Basically would be to vote to reassess these taxes here to 400 Adams Street under the new
Frankie,
name. Yeah, under the new name, so that Joanna can just make one more attempt at it before the foreclosure process.
okay, all right, can I get a second?
Before you do a motion, can I just ask, do the people that are being foreclosed on, do they know, are they aware of this?
Yes.
someone
Adams?
else. Yes, yes.
And are they trying to work with the town, or are they just, they walk?
No, they're not paying anything. They're not paying.
Right.
They only bought it 2 years ago, and they're not paying the bills.
Right.
think
Right. And it's also unfortunately outstanding water and sewer liens, which now transferred over to the real estate tax bill.
Yeah, okay,
So
okay. Okay,
So
that's all I had, I just was curious.
Yeah, good question. Okay, so a second on, okay, I guess, make a motion that, we put the correct ownership, Frankie and Peter LLC of 400 Adams Street, Milton. Put the correct, ownership on it and, that they owe back taxes from 2023 through 2025.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, unanimous. Okay,
very
thank you,
good.
Curtis, for explaining that to us.
oh yeah, definitely.
And thanks everyone for making it tonight.
Thank you.
Get a motion, to adjourn?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we are
6:17.
adjourned. Bob,
Thanks everyone.
Good seeing
See you,
you.
everyone.
All
All right.
right,
Thank you.
thanks. Bye.